Good evening. I'm Eric Zawadzki. I'm running a Deviant the Renegades game with my usual tabletop group. And we are calling the Chronicle a cautionary tale. And this is the first episode of that, which is a class action. I'm just going to go ahead and let my players introduce themselves briefly and the characters that they're playing.
I guess I'll go first since why not?
Go for it, Rachel.
I'm Rachel. My character is Tamsin Bristow, who up until recently was an aspiring biathlete who is a physical trainer in the off season.
Mark, I'm playing Solomon. He's a ex-nuclear technician. He was fired because of some work incidents related to an accident that gave him his powers, and now he's having some trouble because of lack of job.
Go ahead, Jake.
Okay, I'm Jake. I play Steve. He's a comedian who is in trouble, who is currently experiencing a lot of amnesia and has no memory of what he's in trouble for. So, yeah.
I'm Noel. I'm playing Benji, who is a wheelman for a group of thieves. He's a very intelligent burglar with a bad attitude.
Right, and just to sort of summarize where we began here, all of the characters live in a condominium in Denver, Colorado, and have all had some sort of unfortunate accident while living in that apartment, in that condominium, and it has left them all broken. Let's I think just start since the first episode. Let's start with a little bit of day in the life stuff. What are you up to on a typical day? Let's start with you, Jake.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, there's Steve definitely has definitely starts out every day with, a good hearty breakfast and then goes and works out. And I am not really sure how much more to add, but
Watches a lot of TV.
watches a lot of TV. He's got money, so probably buys things.
Ooh, shopping channel.
Yeah.
All right. Benji tends to be on. He only quote unquote works maybe once every month or two to maintain his lifestyle. Otherwise, you can usually find him in the garage or around the building, either working on his car or tinkering with things in the building that look like, electrician type, utilities in the building that are not always, it doesn't always make sense why he's working on them. The car that he has in the garage, by the way, is very, very, very gorgeous and fast sports car. It's a, let me get this right. Just to remind all of you, I don't know anything about cars, but I have decided to build my wheelman around his obsession around something that I don't know about, which is going to be exciting for me. Anyway, it's a.
It's okay.
It's a 2018 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon, which is extra funny given the. Which he has named Serafina, by the way. He has a demon named after an angel.
None of us know enough about cars to challenge you on it, so.
Good deal.
Sounds like a car.
It's
their
pretty.
world. We can make up a
Just
lot.
wait until I start talking about class action lawsuits and no one
I
has to
actually
correct
know
me.
about that.
I know. Well, that's why it's going to be bad for me to be trying to navigate
Okay.
that.
I'll try not to actually use too many times.
Just remember when I had the baseball game and Eric was rolling his eyes at me
Yeah,
describing the baseball game.
good times.
Yep.
Well, so for Solomon, since he is no longer going to the nuclear plant for daily work, he's trying to figure out how to get back at his boss in the plant for what he feels is a unjust firing for stuff that isn't his fault. Figure out his finances. Free time wise, he spends a fair amount of time at the firing range.
Firing range. The other kind
Oh
of
yeah.
The one
Yeah.
that keep up his firearm skills from his military background, and hanging out with either his sort of new girlfriend at times and an old buddy who is actually a local police officer.
Great.
Yeah, we had toyed with the idea that the three of us, aside from Benji, know each other from the firing range.
At least
But
in the-
Benji doesn't. You probably don't even remember to like go.
Well, I don't have that much to do at the moment. I'm hiding out and I don't remember what from, so.
I have this gun for some reason. Maybe I should know how to fire it.
Yeah.
well,
Something to do.
Well,
That's
Gotta
probably
fill up
just to
your
give you
days.
that
just some
guy.
So just for some atmospheric effects here, a couple things that are going on in the building while you're just sort of going about your day is the usual maintenance workers changing light bulbs that aren't burned out, replacing plumbing that isn't broken, ignoring plumbing that is broken. You turn on the tap water and sometimes water comes out, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's blood. It's really disconcerting, and this is not normal behavior for a condominium building.
All right. You want my day?
Yeah. Sorry, how did I skip you? Oh yeah, you're in the same window as Mark. Apologize.
Well, no, it would start with definitely taking the stairs down to the garage, not the elevator, because weird things happened the last time I took the elevator, and then
Not that the stairs are entirely Escher free, but
no, but they're large. They are definitely a larger space than an elevator would be, and training a couple of clients, doing a run at some point, and then probably hitting the firing range before coming home to feed myself and Bjorn some dinner. Because, he just does not shut up when he's hungry now.
no. And you can understand him too, which is
Exactly.
like there's a good bit of time today that he was just sort of trying to catch a fly, and he just kept on trying to convince the fly to come down, like talking it down. I guess it kind of shut off whatever it is that allows you to understand him, and it just kept on working. And so it was kind of a little creepy listening to a cat trying to coax a fly into basically its own death. It took a while, but it did ultimately work. Your cat is very convincing.
Wonderful. I'm sure that'll bode well for the future.
Did you give it power?
Yes.
It's my Manticore companion.
Yeah, I don't remember what you decided.
Yeah, manticores are like that. It's a great plan, a cat that can make you do things. It's not super powerful.
You should give your cat some kind of personality tick. That like what is your cat's like baseline personality?
We've talked.
We talked about that a little.
It has Eric running it, therefore it has personality.
They get twitchy.
Does pheromones mean we actually see it as a human, or we just accept it like
Accept it as part of the family. So if it's a cat and you're feeling like it'd basically be like the family cat. The kind of weird thing, of course, is that like it's pretty much convinced itself that Tamsin's real form has always been a cat, and gets a little grumpy when you spend too much time as a human now.
Well, when they make small cross-country skis, we'll talk.
Yeah, the cat biathlon. Yeah, so
Still needs to work on his firearms too. Is terrible with a gun.
yeah. Wow. If cats had opposable thumbs.
Laser cat.
Perhaps so.
I should add, since the accident, in whatever free time or whenever I'm able, I've found a new hobby in trying things I have no skill in, because I found that I can adjust fate and I'm getting addicted to it. Or am.
Oh. Great. Getting addicted to chance die rolls. Does not seem healthy.
But they're no longer chance die. They're real. It's a real.
Yeah, I mean, like one of the sort of complicated things, and the nature under which you were fired. I know we texted about this a little bit earlier, but nature of the way you were fired is that because they made it seem like you were fired not because you were leaking radiation for reasons you can't explain, and neither can they. But they thought it was some sort of a prank, and so they were firing you for cause. So now you're not getting unemployment.
Mm-hmm.
Just realized I don't have my dice. Sorry.
Oh, dice. So yeah, you're not getting unemployment. So that's an additional stress that you didn't have in your life before. And your girlfriend's trying to be cool about it, but like, she might be a little worried.
Does your girlfriend have a name?
Yes.
She does. Her name is now Honora Vennen.
Can you say that again?
My bad.
What?
Nora.
You just want me to say it.
Yep. Honora Vandervenden. She's an internal designer at a firm that does primarily multi-unit residential building remodels.
Interior designer?
Including this one.
Internal designer.
Oh, I guess yeah. Whatever.
Rearranges organs or something like that.
Interior medicine.
So anyway, that firm was actually responsible for our building's design when they slapped on its hip exterior to make it apartments and condos.
Got it.
Yeah, decor and layout and such.
Good, your girlfriend's evil.
No.
He's hoping not.
Firm. Here's money. Come design this new building. And they said, okay. And then they got paid. The end.
She's part of the conspiracy, I can tell.
We'll just stick the cat on her.
So, how serious is this relationship?
A few
Is
days.
it like
Not like.
okay?
You're like barely a boyfriend girlfriend.
Been several dates, but not enough to be like. He isn't.
Not like
They're not quite at the stage where she can reasonably like nag him about his unemployment situation.
Correct.
No, but enough in so
right
that
now, it's just curious. Yeah.
Valentine's Day was forthcoming. There's sort of the expectation of a date.
Right. Probably.
Yeah. If it lasts that long.
A relationship in progress.
So I guess there's that other little thing going on with Benji and his little shoulder demons. Just like give an example of the most recent thing that they have tried to convince you to do or not do.
That wasn't written down? Or do you want me to? Oh, okay. Well, so I'll just make up a couple of new ones. So Righty is the one who likes to fix things, and fixes in quotation, because it's not always clear how what it's asking me to do is fixing things. Righty is a genderless angelic figure made out of wires, basically like knots of wires, and makes a high-pitched whining sound that you can even kind of hear at the edge of your perception, even when it's not manifested. So it's kind of annoying when it's around in a couple of different ways. It also doesn't understand humans really at all.
It doesn't
And
what?
kind of treats me like a malfunctioning tool, sort of, that won't do its bidding all the time.
It's only you that can see it, right? We can't see or hear anything of it. Yes.
Well, no.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna get. All right.
Yeah. So here's what it comes down to is I was trying to think what would be the funniest, because so it can whisper in my ear, and you guys can't hear or see that, but it can't pull out any special powers when it does that. I should say it can't like make me lose dice or anything. It can probably trigger some of my various scars that are based on things at that point, but it can't like push for its aspirations, like use symbiote powers basically. However, if it wants to use symbiote powers or it wants to get into the conversation, it can manifest, in which case it is visible to either, and this was one of the questions in my background, either everyone or just deviants, one of the two. Because I was trying to think what would be funnier. Would it be funnier for it to be able to push for shit where we could only see it and it was like yelling stuff over our conversation with baselines? Or would it be funnier that it has to physically hide when baselines are around and can cause trouble because other people can actually see it?
That is a good question, and I'm sorry I didn't answer that one. I missed it.
I think it's probably funnier that only you guys can see it, and that it can cause trouble and distract us while we're trying to have normal conversations with other people.
If it's manifested, can we punch it?
Yeah, that would be.
I think
Stick it in
so.
a basket.
Yeah.
Can my cat see it?
Probably.
Yeah, I think that the answer to that is definitely.
Definitely yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. The
Yes.
cat
All
has got
kinds
to
of
be
yes.
totally fixated with writing.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay, that's awesome.
Like a laser pointer every time you come over.
I hope my manticore
Yes.
doesn't eat your shoulder demons.
Okay. So one example of something that Righty has asked me to do recently was to go up on the roof of our building and to mess with, well, to quote unquote fix everybody's antennas. And so I have fucked around with some of the antennas. So not all of the channels work anymore. And we're now getting channels that we're not supposed to from the other side of the planet.
Sweet. You get this Olympic channel.
And apparently, for whatever reason, people's TVs tend to like default to this particular channel that runs only Bollywood films at maximum volume.
Bollywood.
Steve would think that's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, no, it doesn't think it's funny at all. It has no idea that that is what has happened because of what we did. But anyway.
I think the new complaint against my upstairs neighbors now.
Yeah.
Right.
It's probably the Bollywood.
So anyway, so it likes to fix things so that they quote unquote work better. And it has angelly reasons for doing it. Lefty, on the other hand, is a completely different animal entirely. Lefty appears as a traditional looking little devil creature, but it's entirely covered with a very, very, very dark red grease that is vaguely sweet smelling. And it leaves little footprints and whatnot on and little, like anything it touches, it leaves a little greasy smear there. But when it demanifests, that tends to go away pretty quickly. It just leaves the smell that's very hard to get out of whatever it's touched. And it likes to ask me to break things, and that's pretty self-explanatory. Breaking things is breaking things. But sometimes it wants me to break things so that it's not apparent that it's broken. And that is one of the things that it has asked me to do recently, where it asked me to mess with somebody's car in the garage, not so that it would not work or whatever, but so that it would break down halfway through the day. And we had a long argument about it because I don't like fucking with other people's cars. It's kind of against my religion. But he ended up bothering me so much that I did it anyway. And that person ended up getting halfway to work and then getting stranded. But he does understand humans, or appears to, and tends to try to get me to do stuff by making little deals with me. Like, he'll leave me alone for so long, or he'll help me do something, or he'll tell me a secret or something like that.
That's cool. I like that.
Anyway, that's what's going on with me. And so when you see me, wandering around, working on stuff, it's oftentimes at the insistence of something on my shoulder that you may or may not have seen yet.
Cool.
And maybe that's how we know that each other are deviants.
I suppose.
The shoulder demon.
Yeah.
Because one of you asked about the shoulder demon, and I was like,
Hey,
wait, you can
what's up
see
with that
him?
guy?
You can see that?
Because I was convinced I was just fucking nuts.
Maybe you're hallucinating us asking you.
Well,
That's a possibility too.
see, here's a problem. I do have hallucinations. That's one of my scars. It's one of my bigger scars. So I'm not entirely always, sometimes I see stuff that isn't there.
Cool.
All right. Well, to return to my atmospherics, because I'm sorry, I almost skipped everyone, or Rachel at least, and some other things too. Yeah, plumbing that sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. Sometimes does things it shouldn't. You don't know how one would pump blood, fake, real, or otherwise, through the plumbing. Like, where would you get enough to fill a bathtub?
I've got to guess.
Yeah, but yeah, sometimes the plumbing works that way. You just have learned to always stay in the room when drawing a bath and don't take a shower.
I shower at the gym.
Yeah, that's to your best. Yeah. That
works.
as you know, the power fluctuations are a pretty common thing. A lot of you have divergences directly linked to some form of electrical shenanigans. But electronic devices in general like to turn themselves on and off, sort of like at random. Sometimes the Bollywood channel, sometimes other things. Bollywood channel is only the most recent iteration of ridiculous electronics doing their own thing in this condo. For the part of the city that you live in, there is a surprisingly large homeless population that lives like pretty much on the doorstep of it. And it doesn't seem like landlords are trying to make too much of a fuss to chase them off. Now, it's sort of oddest. I mean, you have the usual panhandling, that you'd expect, but also there seem to be some that worship something in the area. Like they will come up to you and like ask to carry your groceries, and they're not trying to do it to get money. They're just like, there's like some sort of like wild look, like somehow you're blessed because you live in this building.
Oh, that's not creepy.
Yes. So no problems with that at all. Let's see. Other tendencies there is so that's that. One or two of them actually claim to have, a little weirdly, will randomly claim to the others that they used to live here. They used to live here. They don't live here anymore, but they used to live here. And obviously some effect is going on there. Those of you who have mental scars get the sense that they may have encountered something similar to what you did if they indeed lived here. But it's not really clear. And what else? Oh, another sort of random thing is they have a tendency to shut down the common areas randomly. Like they've been known to bump parties that have been scheduled for months and just like randomly close the party room down.
In the building.
Pool. In the building, yeah. Just randomly like shut down some of the common areas for maintenance. Usually they even specify for scheduled maintenance, even though clearly it wasn't scheduled. And Noel, you've only been responsible for a couple of those, but they have been known to happen to you too, or you were behind a couple of them. So sometimes it's for fixing, sometimes it's for breaking. But,
I accidentally disrupted the blood cairn at one point, and there was a blood seepage.
Oh man, those are messy. You definitely need more than just a mop for that.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna clean it up.
No, you.
Our landlord needs to fix some stuff.
Yeah, it seems like there are some complaints. Now, the kind of strange thing is there's some people that seem to be perfectly happy with the building. Like, it seems like, I don't know, they don't seem to notice the weirdness.
They're learning Hindi.
They might be. So one day in 1st of July of 2020, we're going to start this out. Make sure it doesn't fall on Sunday. It'd be the only thing that would make me a little embarrassed about this. No, it falls on a Wednesday. Okay, falls on a Wednesday. So one Wednesday, July 1st, you have a little like flyer pushed underneath your door, the sort of thing that you would get from like it should be putting in the mailbox. They should be sticking stuff under the door, but that's what they're doing. It's kind of like all the no soliciting signs have clearly been ignored, and they've slipped this little like yellow piece of paper underneath your door.
All right.
What does it say?
What is it?
It says, "Are you have you been troubled by events in your condominium? To seek settlement, please contact Mr. Zechariah Shepherd, Esquire, of Steward, Shepherd, and Farmer. It has a phone number, email address.
And Eric, are we saying that I haven't hired this guy yet, or I've hired this guy at this point?
You have already made contact with this person, or he's made contact with you.
That's probably how he got in.
That's probably how he. Yeah, probably.
For some
how he
reason, I
got
have
in.
to invite him in.
Only at night.
Only at night.
Yeah, he never contacts you during the day. It's weird.
Strange. One of those law offices that only work the night shift.
If I Google the name of the law company, is there anything fishy that comes up?
No, doesn't seem to be fishy. It's been, that law
Your
firm
computer
is pretty,
makes a fish, though.
solid.
I'd probably just follow it up if it's a chance for money and getting back at this building that exploded. And
Yeah.
problems.
Yeah, they're basically implying that there's something wrong with the building and that they're probably getting together a class action lawsuit or trying to, and are contacting residents toward that end.
I would like to join this lawsuit.
Yeah.
If they seem legit, I'll at least call the number.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him too, mostly just to congratulate him on how nice this looks. Very professional.
Yeah. Yes, no?
Oh, I was just going to say, I've got him as a loyalty touchstone, so I probably know him well at this point, too.
Yeah. Yeah, so definitely I'm sure that he's talked about this before with you, and now it's definitely rolling along and he's getting more serious. The law firm, by the way, has been around for a while. I mean, he's one of the newest, he's the newest of the partners, but it wouldn't be newest because the order of the names actually matters, right, Noel? I'm really bad at this whole lawyer thing.
It's a political thing. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So, but yeah, he's the newest of the partners, but he's, it's not like this is his first rodeo. He's definitely been involved in class action lawsuits previously.
We can turn the computer if you want to have a seat that's not talking about me.
Excuse us.
Yeah, and if I see any of you guys in the garage, I'm going to encourage you to call him.
Well,
I have called him.
Yeah, we've already met. Good guy.
I suppose I'd probably think about it for a day or so before calling.
Okay. One thing, I already dropped my cheat sheet here. That's really sad. All the time making it. Just to remind, if you, because we're at the beginning of a story, you mark off minor instability equal to your highest magnitude variation. So you begin each story with minor instability in addition to the medium that you had automatically as a result of being
Gotcha. Okay.
accidentals.
All right.
We're still marking like left to right, like health tracks.
Yep, just like health. So if you have a magnitude 5 variation, you're going to start rolling over and have multiple. Bear in mind that if you have medium instability, it increases the magnitude of the scar by 1 for each of the each medium instability. I will, in my mercy, or in my not really feeling like thinking about this too hard, let you guys decide which scars are more severe, and let you go from there. If everything's at magnitude 5, it doesn't go any higher than 5. But if it isn't, then so just bear in mind that you'll have some scars that are worsened until you can clear some of that.
1 X and 3 slashes.
Sorry.
My sheet already denotes what the extra one is. And and I've marked the bonus point in the same color, showing like what is like where it's coming from and whatnot.
It was being very organized.
Yeah.
Eric and I have amnesia 6.
Just said you can't.
I just said that. You're right.
What was the deal there? I was instructing Rachel on how to mark stability.
I was misunderstanding what Eric said.
I'm glad it was a team effort. If you have medium instability, for each medium instability you have, one of your scars is worsened by 1.
So we pick what it's not.
And
all of them.
Yeah, I'm letting you pick. Theoretically, it's a storyteller decision, but I am okay with letting you guys do it. We've been
All right.
for 15.
I'm going to increase it voluntary by 1 because that's more fun.
yeah.
Okay.
And if we have one, you said if we have one that starts at 5, that rolls over into a medium right away.
Yeah, because if you have, well, none of you took acclamation.
Yeah.
So you started out with 1 medium instability for being accidentals.
Yep.
And then you mark 5 medium or 5 minor instability, which wraps around to have 2 medium and 3 minor.
2 medium and 3 minor. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you get how that works, Jake?
I don't, but I'll read about it later.
It's just like damage, bashing damage versus lethal damage. So you already have effectively a lethal damage because of accidental,
right?
And then you mark in your stability track 5 minor, which wraps over to having a 2nd medium.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, I get that now.
Hmm?
That makes perfect sense.
It's probably going to bump up my power buildup, but I have to see what that does. I don't know what power buildup next dot would do.
I've already kind of had to look and see what various things do because I have a scar that when I activate the variation attached to it, it automatically makes one of my scars worse.
Mm-hmm.
So no
I only
one's
have
thought
one
long and
option,
hard about this.
so
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Amnesia and
Alternate persona.
oh,
So
great.
you get to make me dumb more often.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Build up.
What does your alternate persona do, Jake?
My alternate persona is as a comedian. I played a guy who was like comically dumb.
Oh.
So the alternate persona is that guy, but he's really dumb. So like when I slip into my alternate persona, it could just be that I'm just acting that way because I've gotten used to acting that way, or it could be that I mean it. So
Interesting.
but
did we ever come up with a catchphrase for you, or is that still
Clever.
in the works? Oh, clever. Okay.
You need to know the variation that it would bump up to then.
It doesn't bump up the variation unless you decide to make it your scar permanently higher. So it doesn't affect the variation necessarily. Usually it does not.
She might be meaning deviation.
Sorry, variation. I'm using the word here. Where at magnitude 2, for involuntary stimulus, you have to pick one of 2 variations.
Yeah, you pick one.
Let's go instant.
Oh, variations as in 2 different options. Choose an option.
Lowercase v.
Yeah. Two options. I don't
have that in front of me either.
So I guess this would be for power build up.
I can get it.
It would go to destructive. So storyteller may direct an entangled variation on any turn which I do not. And I can only deactivate it by doing a scars other times that you directed it. That doesn't sound much different than than volcanic.
Definitely avoiding the
okay, I
elevator.
see. Never mind. It adds that you get to direct it if I don't. Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely avoiding the elevator.
It's a matter of in one version, it's more out of control when it's active. In the other, it is more likely to activate when you don't want
All right.
Okay. All right. So flyers and making phone calls and setting up appointments. So
I definitely want to have my appointment at my house.
for this one, it's not going to be an option. He's going to have several other people all at the same time. You won't be able to do it.
They can come over. That's fine. It's fine. It's good. No? Come on.
Well,
I've got a new pancake maker. I can't wait to try it out. Last time, instead of making a pancake, it made a raccoon. But we're gonna see what happened this time. Come on. You know you'd like to try it. It's like one of those push button ones that they have at hotels where you push the button and then 2 minutes later you get a pancake
or a raccoon.
or a raccoon.
Trying to decide that if the meeting was at my upstairs neighbors, if it would make me more likely or less likely to attend.
Yeah.
I'm just playing around. We can do whatever.
Yeah, it's going to have to be at his office for this one.
Okay, that's fine.
I definitely want to see the raccoon maker, though.
Is it a two-dimensional raccoon or is it three-dimensional?
It's three-dimensional, definitely.
Okay.
It's angry.
Doesn't
too.
make any sense. It's angry too, yeah. You wouldn't believe the amount of effort that I had to put into killing that thing too, so that I could try it out and make sure that it's not a pancake.
I did believe how much effort went into it. I heard all about it when I got.
You probably did. There were shots fired.
Wow. You're the worst condo neighbor ever.
It's not my fault. I thought it was just a pancake maker.
You were obnoxious before the loud thing.
Yeah, but that was the Bollywood. That's not my fault either.
What about the radiation leak? Is the radiation leak anyone's fault? Oh,
They probably don't know about
No, that's Solomon.
I don't know. Do you think Bjorn could take down a raccoon?
How big is a raccoon? I mean, is it a reasonable raccoon?
To be
There is
honest,
no such thing as a reasonable raccoon.
I can't say that I've ever measured a live raccoon before, but we'll say it's an average-sized one. Average. One standard deviation above the mean.
Ooh, slightly above average raccoon.
Slightly above average.
Lord. I know you were delighted when I decided on that as a description for certain deviations. Okay. So, trying not to share a story about my dad and raccoons.
I'm betting it involves raccoons.
It does involve raccoons and a shotgun and the gutter of the house.
This does sound like Steve's encounter with the...
I know. That's why it came up. Yeah, so so raccoons decided to move my parents' the crawl space attic at my parents' house. They live out in what used to be the country, but is now just sort of like this more rural area surrounded by housing projects of various kinds, like that, not house, what are they, housing
Developments.
housing developments.
Yeah.
So it's like the suburbs are encroaching and all of the animals are being driven into my family's area. But yeah, so some raccoons moved up into their attic. And there's no way a human goes up there. I mean, you go up there to change out the insulation really for no other reason. And so they're up there causing a fuss and peeing on everything and just wrecking the attic really badly. And one day they popped their head out. There are two of them. They popped a head out of the house and came downstairs. And then they were crawling back up into the crawl space from basically going onto the roof and then going back into the crawl space. The hole that they had ripped open in the side of the house. And my dad caught him at it and had just enough presence of mind to get to the gun cabinet, which like he almost never takes the guns out ever. I think I've actually seen a gun like twice in my entire life with him, but this was the day for that. But didn't have enough presence of mind to think that it was a bad idea to fire a buckshot shotgun at a raccoon that is hanging off the gutter of your house. So yeah, insurance covered all the damage to the attic. Insurance did not cover the gutter damage from the shotgun. Just put it that way. It's like, Dad, anyway, not usually a thing he does, or the sort of thing he does, although he enjoys a good kludge as much as anybody, but
These are good reasons not to keep a gun in arm's reach, I think.
yeah, it really is. And yeah, it was a very strange story. But anyway, so yeah, the pancake maker that produces live raccoons on occasion just reminded me of that a bit. Okay, so appointments. Let's call it 1 o'clock on Friday, the 3rd.
Sounds good.
Yep, middle of the day is usually slow.
Yep, after you've eaten.
Yeah,
None of us have jobs, right?
I have a
Right.
job.
Oh, you have a job? Okay.
Yeah, I'm a personal trainer.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm sure I have some sponsorship deal with something somewhere related to athletics, but not like a major one. More like, hey, use our skis and we give you a discount.
All right, so you got a couple days of poking around. Rachel just said, just as an FYI, it doesn't really affect us too much right now, but your TV randomly turns on, which is a thing that happens in your condo with terrible regularity, but not regular enough that you can predict it. And there just happens to be a commercial for the upcoming Summer Games in Tokyo in 2020, because this is an alternate timeline and none of this shit's happening.
Yay, escapism.
Yay! So there's a commercial, just like a very brief clip with the the Olympic theme. We all are all familiar with, and talk about how coming in Tokyo and a little later on in July, it's the 23rd, 22nd. I have it written down. The Summer Games will be starting, and then the commercial ends, and it's some other commercial, and you have to eventually get up and turn off the TV.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to make some pancakes.
Roll to see if I'm making raccoons.
Roll the dice.
Again, after it made a raccoon.
He's performing science.
He doesn't remember that it made the raccoon.
No, this time I've got my gun, so I'm ready.
Okay, you
This
learned.
time it makes a good like a really like Southwestern style omelet.
Ah, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Are people
You never know
shopping
what this thing's gonna make.
cursed QVC or
I definitely eat it.
Oh yeah. It actually is really good.
And
You
then I go
definitely-
back. I go work
You
out.
definitely have the same number of nostrils afterward.
this time?
This time.
Astonishingly specific.
The dice pockets.
All right. Well, aside from encouraging my my fellow condominium people to attend, to call the attorney and get in on this, my guess is that some of the people in the condominium don't think very highly of me, mostly because I'm a huge asshole. And so it may or may not be true that I am helping the attorney. I may be scaring off people that aren't deviants.
Possibility. Why don't you give me your persuasion plus your presence plus persuasion?
Hey, random question. Does
Sure.
a car count as a like enclosed, a small enclosed space?
It depends on the car. I mean, I don't like if we're talking about like a sedan, you're probably okay. If we're talking about having elevators, all right. That doesn't trigger that weakness, but
Well, yeah, an elevator
broom
doesn't
closet
usually
would
have
screw you.
windows. A car has
That's
windows.
true. But like if you were talking about like a smart car where it's like barely enough room for one person to sit in the daggone thing,
Okay.
probably I would say that that's probably too small.
So does that mean then that you're a cat while you're in transport there, Rachel?
Well, I was just wanting to make sure if I had to worry about that or not. Um,
I mean, I suppose it doesn't feel enclosed though. You can still see everything that's
that's
going
kind
on
of
around
what
you.
going for the philosophical feeling of, is this an enclosed space, or are we
Yeah.
going by like,
Well, I think as long as we establish one way or the other, whether you're talking about philosophical, does it feel enclosed, or whether we're talking more, it may be a little bit smaller, a little bit larger, but or a little bit smaller, but windows are a problem, or like don't mitigate the problem. I'm kind of almost randomly babbling, but I know you know what you mean. You know what I mean.
okay, a car would be safe.
Yeah,
If
a normal car would be safe.
I'd be in trouble
It would have to be a really, really tiny car to not be safe.
with very few windows.
Yeah.
Eric, I failed, and I'm going to go ahead and downgrade that to a dramatic failure.
Okay.
I am definitely coming on too strong and telling everybody how great this guy is, mostly because he's a loyalty touchdown, and I'm trying to gin up business for him. And
Oh my gosh.
and he's so great. He's really going to get these bastards, and I may or may not be giving them a lot of extra detail about exactly what we're going to do to these guys once we find out who they are. So it's distinctly possible that we're going to get there, and the room is going to be a lot emptier than
I didn't.
Than it would otherwise be.
Yeah.
Or they attract unwelcome attention very quickly
One of the two.
from, management.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and take a beat for that.
Yep. That seems reasonable to me.
Beat.
Yay, more Mercury for the player.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just confused. Oh, I just don't fill it full.
We should definitely of our some depictions of alcohol, coarse language.
That's not what's happening here. We're just making suspicious gurgling sounds and puffing.
Likely raccoons. Cartoon violence,
Yeah.
I gave it to you. It's right there.
No raccoons were harmed in the making of.
That omelet, man, you destroyed that omelet.
I did.
Protein.
It was delicious.
Right. Let's try out these new things. They're shiny, they're fun.
The raccoon was not so delicious. It did not taste at all like a pancake.
Yeah, if that thing ever gives you any sort of meat product out of there, I'm going to say maybe don't eat it.
Just nope out.
Just safer not to.
It's fine. I'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen?
Next thing we know, Steve's a raccoon.
Well, you're like
Oh yeah,
getting sick,
would be
right?
bad. What?
Oh yeah, you have anomalous biology.
Yeah,
I don't think.
I also have a lot of rapid healing too. So
Yeah, rapid healing 5. So
rapid healing 5. So I am not that worried
about food poisoning.
About anything.
Or eating rancid meat, or possibly your sister. I think that's the only thing you really have to worry about is the accidental cannibalism.
The mental damage.
The mental damage.
Accidental cannibalism.
Yeah, well,
It's
When
not
you
a
push-
term you hear very often.
when you push the bacon or the pancake maker and it makes meat and you eat the meat, you don't know if you're committing cannibalism or not.
I suppose that's true. If you are eating random bacon from a first pancake maker, you don't get
Oh
to
boy.
see it's made.
Okay, I'll fuss with this a little
Not
bit.
disturbing much.
Okay.
If you make me a cannibal, it will only make me stronger.
Well, yeah, because you'll have eaten their life force and added it to yours.
Yeah, that's how
I
things
don't
work,
think
right?
that was quite where we were going with that, but okay.
You
left
should
us-
definitely drink glasses of blood that come out of your
Faucet.
your faucet.
Yeah. I'll be fine.
If I was more curious and had more science, I'd try and figure out what kind of blood it was.
But mostly it's just gross and you don't want to have it in your shower.
I only have science 1.
Oh,
Probably a good idea to hand wash your dishes too, come to think
Oh,
about
there
it.
we go. I mean, wrong kind of scientist.
What
But
do I... Yeah, I do not have much in the way of mental anything.
to become a particular science guy, there's some background science training that happens.
nuclear science guy.
Nuclear science.
He's a nuclear science guy.
It used to be that the science is nuclear, and now it's that he's nuclear.
Yeah.
He lives in
Nuclear science guy.
Doesn't actually sound like a non-viable superhero background, honestly, like origin
Yeah.
stories go. Though nuclear science guy doesn't sound very superhero.
No, but your background at least sounds more badass than I got stuck under my couch and I turned into a cat. And then I oozed my way out of there.
This involved like a hot pocket going bad, right? Like,
Well, that's
so-
what I was having for breakfast, but
yeah,
it got explodedly integrated into the power network of the building.
yeah.
You need a pancake maker, my friend.
I probably don't want to use my microwave very much anymore.
It's okay.
His persuasion's a lot better than Noel's.
If you're using your microwave to make pancakes, I have questions.
Yeah.
That's not really a thing.
No, I'm not using the microwave to make pancakes.
Unless you're just using it as something to set your hot plate on top of.
But
Anyway, I guess I drove to a meeting without turning into a cat. So
yeah, I guess that's safe.
Small victories.
Yeah.
You going on a carpool?
no.
This Benji guy has a nice card, though. I hear he's going.
Yeah. If you walk up to my car and try to get in it, you'll notice that there is only one seat in my car.
I wouldn't just
Wow.
randomly try and get in your car.
Lapsing.
Those are some hard barriers there, Benji.
Hey, speaking of things that are, speaking of your car and trying to convince people to join a class action lawsuit because this lawyer is awesome, somebody has keyed your car.
Oh, dude.
Shit. Are you talking to me?
Benji's back?
Yeah.
Oh, Benji, I'm so sorry.
I freaked the fuck out.
Yeah.
To clarify, that wasn't an admission of guilt. That was an admission of feelings.
Empathy.
Empathy.
No, it was.
Oh, you like the
No,
car.
it was definitely not someone here. In fact, they
Is it just damage, or is
Oh,
it like
thank God. I was worried it was
something
me.
on it?
yeah, of course they've written something out. Yeah, exactly. Took me a second to realize that, but before you were actually saying it. So let's see, what would be a good message for that.
You know, if
So are
Line
you
up with
saying this happened while we were out?
Yes.
Or while we were in the garage?
No, while you were out and about.
Okay.
And when you parked your car, did whatever, get a sandwich or whatever, and you came out, and there was someone had keyed the word "stay home" on your driver's side door.
All right. I'm definitely like screaming into my phone if anyone sees me. I
Good times.
and so like the day before, I'm like, you know, buffing it out and waxing my car, and you know, but now I'm all the more determined to go. I'm just in a very salty mood now.
I'm gonna go out and look for a new mug for the front desk lady.
Step into her normal day of the week mode.
Oh, nothing
yet.
yet.
He's going to Indiana Jones her at some point.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how things go.
I guess so. We are going on Friday, right? You said.
Yes.
Okay. I guess I would just do kind of normal Thursday things and go to the range.
Specifically, I'm looking for a very funny cat mug.
I hate Mondays.
That does not say I hate Mondays.
On Thursday evening before we go on Friday.
Like not Garfield, but like you know,
Garfield isn't
internet cat
90% of that.
internet cat meme on a mug or something.
Maybe it has like ears sculpted into it and its tail is the handle.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
I'd be going to the meeting from work, so.
All right.
I'm taking my motorcycle to the meeting. I don't want anything else to happen to Serafina.
That's a pretty rough thing.
She's had a traumatic week.
I've had a traumatic week.
Although one could argue that the fact that you spent significant time trying to like recover and repair and show affection to your loyalty touchstone there, you can heal a medium instability.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. If they're not in trouble, you can't help them, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm not as glitchy as I was. It actually
Yeah.
it actually
No,
did
it
help.
helps. All right. Did anyone else do anything related to touchstones during this scene, or this little exchange?
Well, I scared everybody off. I got a beat for
Yeah, you got the
somebody
beat.
else doing that, but it was really for my touchdown. But it was not actual good support.
It was unsuccessful, but
Yeah, I
And you
mean,
said his name was Zachariah Shepard, right?
not quite. Zechariah Shepard.
Zechariah Shepard?
Yep.
ZE.
ZE.
As in, like, Zechariah, we'd expect him to be the name of a town founder type Zechariah.
Possibly.
I don't know what that means.
Just a
Yes.
name we've heard in the past 150 years.
Ah,
Yeah.
Maybe on that Thursday night when I want to eat out, I'll see if I can get together with my buddy Charlie, and I'll see if he knows anything about this Mr. Shepard Esquire.
Let's see what she knows.
He's a police officer. Maybe he knows something about some of your peoples.
Strikes me that this guy's a probably more defense attorney-ish, right?
Well, he's, to be honest, a bit of an ambulance chaser. Not like in a sense of, I mean, he's a successful ambulance chaser. He is really good at finding the people who have been wronged, getting them all together, and suing the pants off of some company or other small institution that has done wrong. Just really, really good at finding victims. Just like amazingly good at it.
This is what my buddy knows.
Yeah, I mean, like he's just really well known for, you know, and like he's not really in the criminal law stuff so much. You know, like he doesn't. He's not really about getting, you know, people thrown in jail. He's just more interested in suing for damages on behalf of the class.
Got it. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I probably I exchanged some texts with I mentioned to you know, one of my teammates that I'm finally going to do something about that horrible apartment stuff that I've been complaining about a lot over the past couple of months. I also told my coach that, you know, I'm not sure why, but my times have been increasing. I'm sorry, decreasing. My times have been decreasing.
And then you give him the times and he's like, no.
I don't say the exact time.
they've been improving. I just don't want to. Personal bests are happening like too often. And she tells you about her really not very exciting day.
Shall we get on to the meeting?
Yeah, let's get on to that.
Oh,
unless
I was gonna try to see if I could talk my way into the mug from the front desk worker before we move on there.
okay.
So-
her name. Go ahead.
Yeah, her name is not important. So I'm gonna say, look, Wendy, here's the thing. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't really think it was my place, but people have been talking a little bit about your mug. It's meaning the cup, not your You mug.
Face.
The cup.
Yes.
And it's not a good mug. It's not funny. It looks like it's supposed to be clever, but it's not. And I want
It
to.
wouldn't be clever if I didn't have 7 of them that are identical, other than the day of the week.
Yeah, no, it's still not clever. But so I just wanted to give you a chance because I think that's kind of a shame. You seem like a great lady, and I, wanna just kind of take this off of you, and so I got you a AA plus rated brand new mug. What do you think of that, huh? Huh?
Okay, go ahead and let's get the manipulation plus the persuasion.
All right.
If you want to add your fame, you can.
I couldn't actually find fame in the
Oh,
book.
because it isn't in the, okay, because it's not the
And
Renegades
it-
assumption.
And it's not good to be famous when you're a deviant.
No,
really.
it really isn't.
When
Not
you
for
think about it.
Renegades. You were correct.
Okay. Let's see. What did you say was rolling?
Manipulation.
Manipulation plus subterfuge.
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Okay,
Persuasion.
that's better. So
You're not lying to her. Her mug isn't.
No.
No.
it is not. It is very not. Is it double tens or reroll?
Rerolls. They're
Okay.
floaters.
It's been a while since we did that version. Okay, I got 2.
I know. 2. Okay.
What do you say?
I will admit, nobody has given me a mug before when at this job.
There.
So, thanks.
There you go.
She takes the
so-
mug and she pours what is very obviously gasoline from her old mug into the new one.
Okay. I take the old mug and point at her and say, "You, ma'am, have made an excellent choice." And then I walk away.
I guess you just fulfilled an aspiration.
Yes.
Dude, this is how it works. You don't say, "I'm going to topple the infrastructure as my short-term aspiration." You say, "I'm going to steal somebody's coffee mug."
It wasn't funny, and it's bugging me. So
Way to affect change.
yeah. Little challenges.
Or the woman, I guess, in this case.
July
All right.
24th to August 8th is the Olympics.
and then I go home and listen to very loud Bollywood until Friday.
Bjorn wants you to play with him
Potentially
As a
shooting a
cat.
raccoon.
as a cat.
Me or
Yes, you. You're the one that lives with him.
well,
You're his cat.
yeah,
use the
he's the one torturing him.
Huh?
He's the one torturing him with Bollywood.
Yeah, whatever. Cats don't really care about music that much. Well, it depends on the cat, but
Yeah,
Bjorn is not particularly bothered by the Bollywood.
I like to pretend that he is. It fuels my hate
Okay.
fire.
It's a cat who could literally communicate his desires and concerns to you, and you're still assuming that he shares your thoughts and concerns.
I get out
He has a
the
percentage.
laser pointer.
No.
Ball.
No. Play with me. Go back to your cat form.
Oh,
Gosh.
I shut
Have you
the
like forgotten how to be a cat?
I shut the windows and the blinds just in case.
And then you cat out.
All right, I am catted.
Let's see.
Does he want to play chase, tangle, Tackle. Random.
I think Shay seems reasonable, yeah. Grooming to battles, stuff like that. I don't know. I have a couple cats. They're definitely cats together.
King of the Cat Tower.
Yes. Oh gosh, then they fight on the cat tower. Fight over the cat tower. That's always a good time.
The cat tower is pretty fun. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I have been thinking about upgrading my apartment with
Yeah, I mean, why not?
cat walls that you can like walk up the walls and
Wow. Just make sure you don't accidentally call out the too small a space.
well, if I'm already a cat, what am I going to do? Turn into a
It turns you into a cat. Oh, I'm sorry, I've got it backwards. It's involuntary, not power failure. Power
Right.
failure is the other one.
Yeah, power failure is the music. Involuntary is multiple spaces.
Yep. Okay.
Yes. Hearing the Olympic anthem gets me into, fighting, competing, which means I pull myself mentally together and I can't fall apart, even if I want to, easily.
Benji, Lefty is trying to convince you to clog your toilet again and make it overflow, which is a big mess if you don't like doing it.
Clog my toilet?
Yeah, clog your toilet. You're going to be sure that it's a serious request. It's just
He is getting way too personal
all the time. Yeah,
Like,
it is.
Naturally or artificially?
I was going to say, he's
It's not
asking you
being
to
very
eat
specific.
eat lots of cheese.
Whenever I'm at the grocery store, he's continuously whispering into my ear to buy more. And the 3-ply toilet paper.
3-ply toilet paper.
Oh no, those like adult wipes.
Oh yeah,
Advertise the ones that like don't actually they say they're flushable.
the bro wipes.
The bro wipes.
The ones that even when all of the Clorox wipes were all sold out of all the stores, the bro wipes, nobody bought a single one, even though they were the same thing.
That's kind of, I can't imagine sticking that up. Anyway, fine. The first time I saw that advertised, I was like, what the hell is what? Yeah, talking about making fetch happen.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
No, it's okay. Let's see.
I do have so many
Righty,
kinds of cheese.
no. Righty at the moment is just interested in having you change a light bulb that has already been changed twice this week. Outside of your apartment, though.
God damn it, the same goddamn one.
Yeah, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
It's
But
the
he's
one
got,
that's
like-
hard to get to.
And it's like he's asking for a specific brand of bulb that is not the one that's in there right now. And it's different from the last two brands that we made you use.
He's trying to find the right brand.
I know.
Oh,
Spoiler
God.
alert, the right brand is Chinese.
You know.
Rule 0.
Wow, that would be one hell of a fetch quest for session 1. Go to China and find this light bulb. Why?
We don't need
The
it.
players are going to be doing what during this?
I guess I'm going to the hardware store.
Yeah, okay.
I can make one of them happy at least.
Yeah.
This one tends to bother me until it happens too. So
Yeah. It's like the whole situation where like when your computer freezes and you keep hitting the key, he kind of does that to you if you don't change the light bulb. He just keeps on asking because he's thinking, oh, this must not have registered the command that time. Maybe I'll push the button again and the elevator will come faster. The equivalent of that. So worth a shot. Just ask you over and over. The problem is that you actually did it now, so now he thinks that it actually works that
I'm not changing it again this week.
Well, it's going to be Friday soon, so you have at least one day left before he can have you change the bulb, right? This week. All right. So, right, I guess we could push on to Friday.
So Friday.
So Friday occurs. The water is a little different in each of your apartments, but mostly okay. I think one of you gets some salt water. But once you strain out the saltwater leeches, there's not a thing. It's mostly acceptable.
Did you say saltwater leeches?
Yes, it's saltwater leeches.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, well.
I remember to hit the store on the way home and just buy a bunch of bottled.
It's just like, plumbing sponsored by
Dasani.
Dasani.
Dasani, that's it. Yeah. All right. When you finally get to your appointment at the lawyer's office, you're surprised that it's all four of you happen to arrive at roughly the same time, which is where you'd think that an appointment would be like, one person at a time, but apparently that's not how it got turned out. And you get in the waiting room area, and there's like 12 other people here waiting from your apartment building. And they're also sort of chatting among themselves. They recognize you for a lot of them at least recognize you. And they seem to be just sort of comparing their stories about exactly what's, why they're here and what their concerns are. And you kind of break them up into just a few different categories. There are some people who it seems like they just want to get the money. They've actually had no problems at all. Like they don't, the electrical stuff, they think they've never seen any electrical problems. They have not had one of their party rooms canceled at the last minute. It's just like, it's a really nice condo. There's nothing wrong with it at all. And they think you're maybe all a little bit crazy or perhaps a little too prickly, but if you're going to get money, they're going to get their money too. So that's category one. Category two are people who have just normal complaints. They're complaining about the electricity and the water issues, although their water issues are not nearly as fortean as the ones that you have been able to report in your own rooms.
Can I say that I grabbed a sample of the leech water?
Sure.
All right, I have an empty peanut butter jar full of washed out
Leech water.
Leeches, salt leeches.
What the hell is this? Science. So that's they clearly have had some issues, but it's more the stuff that you would report if you had landlords who were being assholes about stuff.
Oh, my water is too cold.
I will make small talk and attempt to empathize with their complaints, even though I think it's crap.
I'm gonna do a bit on my pancake maker and making the and then at the end of telling each person this story about the raccoon coming out of the pancake maker, I'm gonna invite them over for pancakes later.
Does his voice sound familiar? Like it's filtered.
Oh, my voice.
His voice.
On my screen, you are pointing at nothing.
Oh. Okay. Well, which direction wherever direction you are is?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Your voice.
Okay.
Does Steve's voice sound familiar?
Oh yeah.
Probably.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably not just that comedy.
I don't imagine that
you
I
saw
talk
that one time.
softly. In fact,
Not from
I'm
comedy.
trying in person to talk loudly because I don't normally. So
From filtering through my ceiling.
What you probably really recognize is when he mimics what the raccoon screamed like.
And you're like, that was the middle of the night last week. What?
I had time travel this morning, you jackass. You made me turn into a cat.
Well, Eric, I am actually trying
I'll
to
invite you over for
empathize
pancakes.
with some complaints because it's something I'm not good at.
Are you trying to create trouble or are you trying to get better?
I'm trying to get my fix.
Eric, you are muted.
Yeah.
You're muted, Eric.
You are muted. You're
Yeah, you're muted.
Sorry, I was
Yeah.
in the wrong screen when I tried to unmute.
Oh.
No, I don't know what I turned on in the room. What was I say? So do you want to roll to see if you
Yes.
suffer? Okay. Roll the dice and see if you're failing terribly.
So social is -1 for unskilled. So presence plus empathy -1 would be my chance die.
Yep.
All right. It's
So-
just not technically a chance die for me.
Yep, I know.
I get that little twist of fate, and it makes me feel good. I fail. I'm not very
Okay. Do you want to take your dramatic?
Yes.
Eight. Yeah. You somehow, in your attempt to empathize, kind of rattle on your story about what happened to you at the nuclear facility and the radiation and how they fired you and it was not fair and you're going to get those bastards. There may be tears. I'll leave that up to you.
It may be.
But
Here's
you may be having a nervous breakdown in the lawyer's office as all of the bad stuff that's happened to you, you're finally telling other human beings. And instead of you empathizing with them, now they have to empathize with you because you're kind of a wreck.
It was pretty horrible.
Yeah.
I latched
Your
on.
situation's
There,
pretty
big guy.
horrible.
I
There,
definitely
there.
latched onto the part about getting those bastards, and I'm able to empathize with that part at least. So now you've got this scrawny, red-haired, middle-aged criminal who's sidling up to you and seems very interested. Seems very interested in your pain.
Hey, do you want to make some money?
Let's get those guys.
I definitely want to stick to that boss guy.
Let's get those guys.
I did
So
wrong.
yeah, so that's category 2 is the people who have like normal complaints about their living situation. You also hear some weird stories about like people trying to move out, but they have found like their credit's been wrecked and their identity gets stolen and they aren't able
Oh
to
my
actually
God.
move anywhere. And it's just like a nightmare. And like, getting weird visits from a group of people that claim to be the moving company and making them move from one apartment to the other within the same condo, within the same condo building. And like, what the hell's up with that? And so it's like, yeah, much stranger than just, boy, the electricity's a little fuzzy and sometimes the water's too hot.
But to as far as we can hear, are there any other people who have like really obviously supernatural things going on?
There. We're getting there.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hey,
So that's category 3.
I
Hey, Eric.
assumed there were only 3.
Yeah.
Rule of threes.
I do have one question for the people that have been talking about rumors about the moving company. I want to know if they know where so-and-so moved. And I'm going to talk about the last person that got disappeared. And I'm going to find out if I can find anyone who lives at our apartment complex that's here that knows them and knows where they went, or if they can basically back up the fact that nobody knows where they went.
Well, none of the dozen or so people here know where he went or where they went. It's um, in fact, one of them was supposed to. I mean, that family there was like a family of three that was supposed to be here today. They told everyone they were going to be coming, and then all of a sudden they moved out, like just a couple of days ago, very abruptly. They moving companied out, and no one really knows where they went, and they weren't talking about moving before. Like I said, they were about to join this class action lawsuit stuff, and now they just disappeared one day.
Oh yeah, I talked to the guy. What's his face? Don. He said he was coming. They moved out.
Yeah, they moved out like Wednesday evening at about 10 o'clock at night. It was very sudden.
Oh, I was out getting a sandwich. Oh. Now I get really mad because my car got keyed, and it reminded me of that.
Feel the rage.
Was it at least a good sandwich?
No.
Oh man.
I went to Subway. It was not worth it. I got extra cheese though. Seemed like a good idea at the time.
It really wasn't.
When I just think about the impending poop water storm that's going to be flowing from your apartment, for the first time, I'm glad that Steve's my upstairs neighbor.
Yeah, especially given that the plumbing sends through some wacky stuff, so
you
never know what you're going to get.
You have raccoon fights at 3 a.m, but you've never showered me with poop water, so.
That's true.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
So
you may proceed, Eric.
Okay. Fourth category of people are, I guess, in mechanical terms, I would say are like people who have the scars but none of the variations, and are just like, scarred, like have damage done to them, like they're missing parts of their hand, or have been burned, or their eyes have changed colors, or and like are unnatural colors, or they're just sobbing, or they're talking to people who aren't there, and they're just a wreck. And it's worth noting that while you're there, there's a flow of traffic of people going in to get into their appointment, and there are people coming out of the appointment. And for some reason, it's just like, I'm not sure whether it's hard to say whether you're just being skipped, but like you're absolutely sure that there are some people that have arrived and have gotten in before you've gotten called into your appointment. You're past time now, so some weird shenanigans are going on there.
Huh.
And then
saving the best for last, huh, Chris?
And then the last group of people are you and a guy named William England, who you recognize.
From the commercials?
Huh?
From the commercials?
No, just a random name that I picked up. I have no idea what you're talking about.
William England?
Yeah, William England.
I don't know who that is.
It's just another resident.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nothing super fancy there. When people are asking him sort of his stuff, especially when it's pretty clear that some really weird stuff happened to you guys, he starts, he takes like the tissue box that Solomon is kind of using extensively at the moment, and levitates it without touching it, and is like, yeah, I've have some issues, but I can do this now.
I guess that's useful.
Oh, one of the issues is he's missing several fingers on his right hand. And he talks about how he has nightmares all the time now. It's yeah, apparently the burner on his stove like lit when the stove wasn't on and burned 3 of his fingers off while he wasn't in the room. It like shot across the kitchen into the bedroom and burned his fingers off.
Oh man.
Yeah. Super upsetting.
That is some pretty heavy stuff.
Yeah, I had appliance issues too. They really did some shady stuff when they built this place.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, this William England guy, what does he say he does? Is he an educated guy? You're muted again. That's you, Eric. You're muted.
Yeah, I know.
I just want to know.
reasonably-
I just want to know how big of a dick I need to be to him.
having his fingers burned off?
No, when I meet really educated people, I have to prove that I'm smarter than them.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. No, he's more of a blue collar guy.
Okay.
Which is part of the reason that it's like a huge issue that he's missing fingers on his hand. It's like he can't do the work he was able to do before.
Yeah.
Well, that's my job too.
What did you do?
I worked at the power plant. I'm a nuclear technician.
You're a what?
A nuclear technician, nuclear scientist.
Oh, that sounds fancy.
Make the power plant run. We did.
I give you a look, kind of like, really?
Yeah. There are people at those facilities that make them work.
Hey, I gotta. So you can move stuff without touching it, right? And I'm talking to William, but I'm kind of talking to Solomon too. I'm saying, hey Solomon, name a language. Just anything. Make it weird.
Some African thing.
Swahili.
Sure.
All right. I am going to activate one of my variations. I've got, let's see here, computer-aided processing data warehouse.
Yep.
I'm going to add the ability to speak Swahili, Spanish, and I'm also adding let's see here. I'm also adding, what's it called? Eidetic memory.
Okay.
So I start speaking in Swahili.
I cannot verify that it is Swahili, but it sounds like something.
I think you made that up.
Well, here, Google, how do I say, here, I Google, how do I say, you guys are really stupid in Swahili. I'll tell them how to say it, and then I'll say, Siri, how do you say, you're really stupid in Swahili? And then she repeats what I said. Badly.
All right, that checks out.
I can do some stuff, I just don't want to.
Oh, I see. Tough guy, huh?
It's hard to stop.
Okay, that's worrying.
Maybe just
Like taunting the Dark Phoenix. Hey, why don't you show us your bankai? No, seriously, you don't want to see my bankai.
Hey,
Fix
how about you,
my-
clever man? Do you do anything cool?
Who are you talking to, Noel?
The clever guy.
Oh, me.
Ian.
Yeah. Let's see.
I remember your Hot Pocket bit, by the way. It's funny.
Hot Pocket.
No, his thing is clever. Hop back and the other guy.
Yeah. It's my what is
We had a bit.
clever now? I got a bit.
Yeah, yeah, that bit. The one where you pretend like you don't know what's going on. I remember. I thought you were
Yeah. I know. Yep. That's me. No, I got a thing I can do too. Let's see. I'm not sure I should do it right here though.
Yeah, here's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right.
What do you got to lose, man?
So I'm gonna take out a knife and I'm gonna jab it into my chest. What about that? Huh?
I'm gonna
Whoa!
give you
Huh?
aid
Huh?
because I can't.
Not bad, right?
You
Wow. Yeah, that's
you
that's
just
probably
stabbed
pretty-
yourself.
I was
did.
gonna try and give you some medical aid there.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. Here.
Is it a fake knife? I
It
took the knife.
is not a fake knife and there is no blood on it.
That seems useful.
Oh yeah, okay.
I think I'm a zombie or becoming a zombie.
I start
Or-
laughing like that's the funniest
Really?
joke I've heard all day.
I think if you were a zombie, you'd be quieter, especially at 3 a.m.
Yeah, I'm just a little worried because, the whole eating brains thing, I don't think they would taste very good. I mean, I'm not going to knock it till I've tried it, but I'm just worried because, what if I really want it, but it doesn't taste good?
I'm still laughing.
It's sort of like a Subway sandwich, huh?
You
Brains taste like a Subway sandwich?
No,
I don't think I've had that one yet.
you're craving it, but you don't actually. It doesn't actually taste good.
Okay, I see. Yeah,
It doesn't actually taste good.
yeah, I got you.
No, that's more McDonald's burgers.
Yeah,
And after the first
Yeah.
bite, you immediately regret it.
yes.
I'm trying to think if there's a food that's like that for me. But...
It's definitely McDonald's for me. I haven't had McDonald's in a decade, and it's because the last time I had McDonald's, I very much regretted having McDonald's.
White Castle.
White Castle? I've never had White Castle.
I've never.
Don't.
It
If you
doesn't
think
seem like a
McDonald's
good
is
time to
bad-
start. Yeah, I'm sure.
They're little, and so they're cute, but don't.
We're definitely past the point of trying White Castle first time age.
I'm wary of anything that calls itself a slider anyway.
Didn't Sarah and I drag you to White Castle once upon a time? No? Okay.
Not with anything that I ended up eating.
Okay. Maybe it was,
I mean, I generally am not very much of a fan of like fast food burgers anyway. Never have been. Like when I used to go to McDonald's as a kid, I would just get a big French fries. Even to this day, like
Eric's.
possibly. I mean, I know that like Weldon had his bachelor party sort of thing there, but like I don't remember that I ate anything there because it doesn't really appeal to me. But yeah, McDonald's fries, like Beth takes the kids to get like McDonald's once in a great while when I have to do other things in the evening, and I usually eat their French fries because they don't have any interest in them. Or William doesn't have any interest in his at least. But
I have one of those too who got personally offended whenever French fries would appear in her Happy Meal because she said, I told you to ask for this thing. I'm like, well, you got that, didn't you? But
Yeah.
everybody.
And the French fries are really tasty. I'm sorry. I can't turn them down.
Yeah. By the way, Steve, you're still getting the stink eye from me.
Okay. Well,
I still think you're being funny.
when I go full zombie, I'll have you last then. Start with someone else. Anyone else want to be a zombie first?
Do it quietly. That's all I'm asking.
Quietly.
Dancing zombie.
Quietly.
What are the roots? that was Frankenstein's monster, but yes.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure you're in 803.
Yeah, that's where I live.
Hi, I'm 703.
Hi.
With the implication behind the words being "you bastard."
Oh, so we're like upstairs, downstairs neighbors, huh?
Yeah.
So if I like kick on the floor, you can hear me.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of
Or
neat.
fire a shotgun at a raccoon.
That's kind of neat. It's kind of neat to know the person who lives underneath me. It's good to meet you.
Do an indoor firing range, or what's with your obsession with Bollywood, or with?
It's, to be fair, it's not my obsession. My TV plays it without my permission, and I just happen to like it.
Mine does that too.
Again,
it's only done. It's only doing that since since somebody messed with the antennas on the roof.
Huh.
No, shut up. Shut up. They don't want to know.
Well, actually, we do now.
Just take it. Just take the pencil jar. It's right over there. The assistant isn't even paying attention to it.
The therapist.
All right.
Take it.
What's that guy's
I
deal?
get up, walk over to the other side of the room, and then walk back and sit down.
Okay.
I stole it. I've got the merit that makes it so that unless anyone's trying to catch me, nobody sees it.
And at that moment, you notice two things. One, you're the last 5 people left in the office. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. No, not even that. It's like almost 4:30 in the afternoon. So like almost closing time. Yeah. Time flies.
Just because I'm a little concerned, did they leave before or after I announced that I was a zombie?
It may or may not have been after you stabbed yourself in the chest. It's hard to say. But it's, you're the last 5 people left in the room. You four and
Well, this guy levitated the Kleenex around.
I'd say if it wasn't before, it was
and at that
definitely
moment, the
after.
assistant who has a name tag that identifies him as Jeffrey comes over with like some clipboards of forms to fill out, and is suddenly flummoxed as he realizes that the pen jar is missing. And so
I'm sorry, say that again.
Jar.
You cut out a little bit.
He brings you clipboards with forms to fill out. And then he goes, oh, look, let me get some pens, and realizes the pens are missing from where they were. And he's like, boy, well, where they went. Goes into the back room to figure out where probably get some more that are in the office supply cabinet or something of that nature. And the righty is like, okay, divide up the pens and then put the rest back. And lefty is, okay, now go over to his desk and take his cell phone and take a picture of the computer screen with it.
I am doing my best not to do either. And I will tell you the consequence of that in a minute here.
Okay.
They are distracting me currently.
Eventually, Jeffrey comes back. He hands them to you and has you fill out some forms. And a lawyer that is familiar to you pops his head out of his office.
Hey, Chris.
Chris?
Zechariah.
Zechariah. Oh,
That's
yeah, you
not
have
even close.
I still call him Chris.
Okay, I'll bear that in mind as a GM as much as I can. Yes, hey. Clever. Turns to Jeff and goes, weren't there supposed to be a few more here? And Jeffrey says, yes. And the people that you were talking about before that you mentioned moved out suddenly on Wednesday night. And I think, well, I'm not entirely sure what happened to the Jameses family. Last I knew, as of this morning, they were planning on coming. But I noticed the moving van, and Zechariah just sort of sighs. The moving van. Well, we'll have to make do with these 5.
Done. I stand up, walk over to Zechariah, and hand him my clipboard, all proud because I was the one that was done first. My form is entirely filled out in Swahili.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't noticed.
You know what? He does a little bit of a double take as he realizes that for a moment he didn't either.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm filling out my form with my eyes closed and I'm using my left hand.
And in fact, he points out something, Noel. He points out something on the form that you like just made a very minor, like, not typo per se, but like wrote something wrong. So, are you sure it was this and not this? Like
oh, you're right. Wait a minute.
Hey, Jeff. I'm gonna need you to walk me through some of these questions here.
Okay.
Yeah.
He gets your file, and it basically just help you copy all the stuff from the file.
We talked through it.
Yeah, we talked through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to fill mine out with my eyes closed and using my left hand.
It does not go well.
Or does it?
You want to roll it?
What would the roll be?
God only knows. A chance die? So go ahead, use your thing.
Stamina plus expression.
I am going to...
Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, that's an internal effect. So yeah, okay.
You're spending
roll your chance die.
With your eyes closed?
Yeah.
Dexterity plus expression minus 5.
Well, I get a 6.
You get a success. Oh my gosh. It's a Christmas miracle. You just somehow luckily remember how to write with your eyes closed.
I'm filling out my form like
on
a
the
normal
lines
person.
and everything.
Like a normal person, yeah.
I am stealing his cell phone and taking a picture now.
Okay.
I feel amused.
But
succeeding.
But I'm making sure to take a look at what the screen says because I want to know what that guy's up to. And I've got eidetic memory at the moment.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just glancing.
It doesn't seem to have anything too unusual on there. I mean, I will say that it has the list of people that were in the office, at least most of the list. About would you say about 20 rows that you can usually see on a spreadsheet when it's open?
Sure.
So you can see like the first 20 people.
Okay.
Make a note somewhere that you know the first 20 people who were in the office today.
Can we say that it also has their room numbers?
Oh yeah, yeah, no, that makes sense. That's enough information to cause trouble.
I'm going to go ahead and roll willpower because I'm going along with my vice at the moment.
Yeah, unnecessary crime.
Yeah. I succeed.
What are you rolling for?
Not to commit random crimes.
Oh, no, you're right. This is it.
Oh no, yeah, it's a carrot, not a stick.
Oh, no, you do have to roll with you have to roll willpower to gain a willpower.
No.
With blood on my hands.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe okay. Look at that.
I have a merit that lets me have a
Yeah,
vice.
no, I remember the vice. Hold on. Okay.
It doesn't matter because I'm not missing a willpower.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I'll try to remember that in the future. It's been a little while since I looked at the mechanics of that particular merit. I've been up to my eyeballs and adjusting other things lately.
Yeah. I'm just I'm trying to get us all used to doing this kind of stuff.
Nope, makes sense. Okay. So Mr. Shepard says that he's ready to see you now, and if you could, the 5, you can step into his office. All right, let's look at our cheat sheet very briefly here for end of scene. Did we have scars that came into play during the scene?
Mark?
Not really.
Addiction.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I had amnesia. That's right.
Oh yeah, it definitely helps with that.
Precognition addiction.
Mm.
An addiction to precognition.
Oh, that's right. I did have distracted from glitch.
And
when your character is very defined by your scars, it's a little hard to remember whether you're actually playing them or whether you're just
yeah,
playing.
no, and that's like kind of why I'm paying attention to it, because it's you just get into our characters and just forget to even think about it.
Yep.
But the game engine sort of depends on it a little bit, so it makes it a little more rules is written that way. So, all right. So, okay, I think we're okay on the rest. All right. Okay. So, Shepard sits you down in his office. There are some additional chairs that are not usually there. Those of you who've been in here before, although not you remember because amnesia. Although that's more from before your time rather than more recently. But so yeah.
I cannot remember whatever I want.
Okay. There's a whole lot of that. So, well, looks like we probably will have ourselves some action going on here pretty soon. We got more than enough people. We're over the threshold for the state, so we can get this going. Now, I'd like to get some more hard evidence involved. So that's where you come in.
I hope
that's great news.
Leach salt water.
Oh, well, that's where did that come from?
My faucet.
Oh, so this isn't going to be like a finger in the chili sort of thing, right? I mean, this is legitimately came from your faucet.
Yeah. Anybody else have salty leach water this morning?
Not today.
No.
Yesterday.
My pancake maker spit out a raccoon, though.
Oh, did you keep the raccoon?
No, I shot it.
At 3 a.m.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of my bad.
Did you keep the body?
Not really. Well, I mean, I had to try it to make sure it wasn't a pancake, but the rest of it, no, I threw the rest of it away.
Oh well.
So, wait a second.
What?
You were not sure if the thing that was screaming was a pancake?
It could just be a different shape of pancake. One that I wasn't used to. I don't know. It was a Chinese machine, so maybe that's just what pancakes look like in China.
Eric,
Yeah.
Eric, I'm not saying it.
I'm.
But it is.
I know.
I just want to move.
You just want to move.
I just want to move someplace that doesn't have salt, leech water, and screaming raccoons.
No. See, here's the thing. If we move, then we can't get back at these bastards. We need to get the show on the road. We need to get the show on the road. We need to get money out of them, and then we need to find out who they. Well, we need to find out who they are first. I'm most interested in that because I want to get back at them, like, for reals.
I would definitely like to get back at someone, but what are we looking at for potential time frame of any monetary compensation, assuming we succeed?
Yeah. Hey, Chris. What are we looking at for? How much could a person get paid for getting turned into a zombie?
So you're back on being a zombie again.
Was it the brain part of the raccoon you ate?
I don't remember.
That's a real good way to tell if it was zombie or not.
Yeah.
How long until we might see some money? Because this kind of put me out of a job.
Hey, I can get you a job.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like, class action lawsuits take some time, but I think the real win is if we can get the city to shut down the building, because like the amount of harm that is being done to innocent people who live there is just really, really shameful.
Yes. And zombies.
Wait. But if they shut down the building, then I can't tinker with it no more, right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Well,
that checks out.
Yeah, that's probably the case. I mean, unless you're like tinkering with it for the people who are in charge of the condemned building.
Nah, they keep chasing me off, trying to get me to stop.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to keep that in mind, that you want to tinker with the building once it is vacant.
Yeah, but you got any leads on who these bastards are, what own the place and whatnot?
Oh, a little bit of here and there. I mean, you got public records to start with.
You're planning to sue someone, but you don't even know who that someone is yet?
Oh yeah,
Hey,
we have this information.
Yeah, but it's you got the company, but we need to find out who's behind the company. It's all a big conspiracy. See,
that can be a little more puzzling at times.
Yeah,
but I mean, we know the landlord, landlady, and the one that only shows up when people move in and out.
Yeah, that's Duncan. You guys met him when you moved in, right?
Yeah, he does not listen to noise complaints.
Her. You guys agreed that it was Duncan. Oh, Duncan is the moving guy.
He's the moving guy?
Yeah, he's the moving guy. The landlady is Karen Normack.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Serendipitous Gardens is the name of the condo, obviously. But yeah, she's the landlady of that. So she makes sure that the maintenance happens. You don't know a whole lot about her personally, other than she was there when you moved in, and she's occasionally there when people move in and out. And really, you don't see her other than that. Almost everything, any like complaints or concerns are routed through her assistant, the person, gas guzzler you call her, but she has a real name somewhere. One day I'll find it.
Gas guzzling. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
FBI.
So but like I said, I need some of the individuals involved are a little harder to pin, and some of the evidence is going to be a little hard to prove because people are not gonna. It's difficult to convince a court that leeches are coming out of the faucets. The defense is going to argue that this is a hoax, possibly even a conspiracy to try to defraud.
It is a conspiracy, though.
Well,
Wait,
yes,
that doesn't sound right.
Well, not us, them.
Oh, no, that sounds right.
Well, yes, but the thing is, we have to be able to prove it.
All right. Well, what do you need us to do? We're in. Let's do it.
Okay. So.
Right, guys.
I mean.
Yeah.
Whatever gets this to a point where I can focus on the stuff that's actually important in life.
Hey.
I mean, some names and addresses are going to be good. If you could get me some compromising photographs or video, maybe some
of the landlady?
Well, yeah, the landlady and anyone else who is behind this group.
What kind of compromising photographs? Like her having sex with the dog or something?
Yeah, that would be a good start.
Doesn't really have.
No, I want to say we had one rule.
Be related.
We have one rule.
What was one rule?
The first rule, no peace. I'm in favor of it.
But in any case, we need leverage. We need something that will actually, one, get them in a position where they can't fight us or like attack us as easily, because believe me, they're going to attack you. They're going to, do disturbing phone calls. They're going to scratch up your car. They're going to do all sorts of stuff if they think that you're bucking the trend.
Well,
wait, you think it was them?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's okay.
Sending messages
So, do you think it helps or hurts the case if the stuff that we come up with is a lot less or more crazy sounding?
It's hard, like it's a little more difficult to prove the crazy stuff because people don't like to believe it.
Right.
I mean, like the human brain, the way it works, and I've been studying this for centuries.
The
human brain doesn't
don't talk
really.
about brains around the zombie.
1 second. You've been studying.
They don't sound good yet.
I misspoke. I meant decades. I've been studying human behavior for decades, just as a
long time.
Huh?
Did he?
Long time.
Is he being
truthful? You are 100% certain that he is telling you the truth as he knows it, and he was a moment ago too. In any case, but humans don't like to believe that the supernatural is real. So when they see it, they try to dismiss it or explain it away. It's just the way people work.
Okay.
It's the reason that like this building hasn't been condemned, decades ago, long before this group came along.
That might have changed us. Like this English guy, he can do something that he showed us out there in the waiting room.
Yeah, I can. I can also read minds or speak into minds, but it's a little awkward, and I'm not sure about how comfortable I feel about doing that. It feels a little too intimate, if that makes any sense.
I can talk Swahili.
Hey,
that's pretty impressive.
Hey, mind reader guy. What are you getting?
I'm not reading your mind.
Oh, you gotta
I
like
told
turn
you,
it on.
It's like, yeah, I don't just like, it doesn't just like come.
Oh.
I mean, like you gotta take it out to dinner first a little bit, you know?
Dude.
Yeah,
I
okay,
think
you're
he's
creeping
at-
me out.
Yeah, don't ask anyone else out to dinner, all right?
Yeah. Okay. So you need us to get evidence of normal things like the plumbing doesn't work kind of stuff. That's what you're
Or-
telling me.
Or just more information about the people that are behind it.
I should bring in my cat next time. He'll help.
More information about the
Oh.
people.
All right.
No, that doesn't sound like something I can do. Maybe. Or maybe.
I believe in you, Steve. If
Hey,
you wrestle a raccoon at 3 o'clock in the frickin' morning, you can find information.
you got an address for that
You're making sense.
for that landlady's because she didn't tell us where her office was. You got an address for her office?
I have an address for her office. Well, her office is in the building, but like, you know.
Oh, her office is in our building?
Yeah. Oh yeah. She like is the landlady of that specific condo. She has an office there.
Oh.
I mean, she may have offices elsewhere too. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but
Oh, wow.
I'm really only interested in this building. But
Yeah, but if she
but yeah, usually her assistant does all the work.
Oh,
Stuff
she didn't
behind.
tell any of us that her office was in the building.
No,
Yeah.
she
I don't
doesn't
think
like,
she wants us to find it.
no, she doesn't want people to come to her office like ever.
Oh, hey,
But
okay.
she has an office.
So I have a good plan, all right? I'm going to get her to come to my place for pancakes because everyone loves pancakes. And then
I'm more of a waffle.
that's the end of my plan.
No. I like this plan.
Okay.
Because then I'll go break into her office.
Yes,
and
that was my
I'll
plan.
Take pictures of shit.
Yes. There you go.
ruin it.
That was what I was going to say. Yeah.
Yeah. I like this plan. And
Hold
then
on.
you guys,
Hold on.
you guys gotta be at his place and to distract her and keep her there because zombie guy ain't got no people skills.
Well, I have a legitimate grievance
What?
to mediate.
Where are
between
you getting this
zombie guy
from?
and myself.
I got
Dude.
nothing but people skills.
Yeah, but it's funny and all, but what if you like try and stab yourself or something right next to her? Then
Well,
she'll
I'm
freak
not
out.
gonna. Well, maybe if she asks, but I don't think that's gonna. Well, okay, I am gonna
Hey,
use
who's
the
that
pancake
adorable little girl?
maker.
She's playing my cat.
He's
Ah.
playing your cat.
Play with me.
No, this can work.
Yeah.
This can work.
Yeah. Hey, we probably shouldn't be talking about this illegal shit in front of our lawyer, right?
Wait. No. It's okay. He's not that kind of lawyer. I pay him well.
Who said something about illegal?
I can't get mixed up in any of the illegal stuff.
Well, what are you good for then?
Wait. No. Hold on now. I think the lawyer is the one who tells us whether it's illegal or not, right? Chris?
Yeah.
Chris?
Sure.
Chris?
Weird.
Yeah,
Sure.
Chris. I point to the lawyer.
Zechariah.
Yeah, his name's Zechariah.
I think you've already trained me as GM to have him respond to Chris.
No,
Hey.
it's Chris.
No, he already explained this to me. We got attorney-client privilege. And so unless we talks about a specific crime we's gonna do in anything, well, we can talk about it if we talk about it in hypotheticals, right? Right, Zechariah?
How about
Yeah, sure.
invite her up for a discussion and raccoons or pancakes, whatever it is that your pancake maker makes. And you just don't tell us about anything that you did or you're planning on doing.
Okay, so hypothetically, when you guys are talking with the landlady in not grievance stuff, but all nice pancakey kind of stuff, so she stays there, I'm gonna be minding my own business, and then we're gonna magically have some evidence.
Yes, you
But
mind your business wherever your
wait.
business is.
Wait, I thought you were gonna. Wait, now I'm confused.
It's okay.
It's okay. You're just hosting a pancake party. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Or a rack party.
I got it covered.
I really hope it's pancakes. I haven't gotten pancakes from it yet. It's supposed to be really good.
Wait, you've only gotten raccoons from your pancake maker.
No, it's this morning I got an omelet. It's just not supposed to make that.
Let's do a food stuff to wild animals. Just curious.
Well, I've tried it twice, and I got the animal the once,
That's
and I got the
50-50.
omelet the second. Yeah,
Oh yeah, you
So-
call it pancake maker. It doesn't even make pancakes.
because not
Key value,
pancake
that
maker is it just doesn't sound very. If I asked you over for a not pancake, would you come? No, you wouldn't come. But if I asked you over for a pancake from something that said it was a pancake maker, it's better marketing, really.
See, now I'm just curious, and I sort of have to see this in action. So,
I think
You
think
should come for
make,
pancakes, definitely.
I think you should make
I like this.
invitations that specifically say you should come over for pancakes from this thing what I got that says pancake maker.
there we go. And if we don't get pancakes, it's her fault.
That's right.
Like the Deviant game that Bill and Ted are running. I mean, there's a logic there. It's just really wrong and not really sensical at all.
I'm just gonna go
Bill
talk.
and Ted's Excellent Divergence.
Calling it Bill and Ted's Deviant Adventure sounds a little bit not-
Yeah, well, that's kind of the downside of the name of the game. Is it a lot of things that you can't
Yeah.
put into Google with it.
Hey,
Oh,
hey, who do you think keyed my car?
Your car got keyed?
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what
think
Zechariah
it was
talking
me.
about.
I
But-
sat in the garage.
It better not been you.
Yeah.
I talked to a bunch of people about the this meeting and try to get people to come. So it could have been anybody I talked to, I suppose.
If there would be anybody's key,
There's-
I'd cart or
Maybe there's
car I'd key.
surveillance footage at the office.
Ah,
They do got cameras.
that sounds clever.
See, that's some nuclear technician thinking.
Yeah.
Hey, nuclear
Clever.
technician guy, you should come with me.
I would like to come with you.
Yeah. No pancakes for you.
That's too
Do
bad.
all this non-illegal minding of our business.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, I could always use just the regular way of making pancakes.
You could, but then there's no chance that a raccoon would come out, and now I'm kind of curious.
We need to know.
I know, but I'm saying for the meeting,
We
it
know
would be she would be more likely to stay over for pancakes than dead
that
raccoon.
all appliances seem to be suspect in their function, given pancake maker, stove,
Yeah, no.
microwave, all causing problems.
Oh,
Yeah,
Well-
one time I turned on my stove. No, not my stove, the oven part. The oven part. And then when I opened it, it was cold instead of hot. It was like really cold.
The stove burned that guy's hand off.
Oh, that's right.
Dead.
Microwave exploded
What was his name again?
William.
right next to us.
I know. I would
William-
remember in game. I
Oh.
can't remember out of game.
William English.
England. English.
Hey, William.
English? England? Am I wrong?
England.
Billy.
England. Okay.
Of what?
Billy the
Billy,
counselor.
Billy English, Billy England.
E.
Wouldn't be the first person to call me Billy or Bill.
But what? I'm gonna call you Billy.
We'll go with Bill.
Some pancakes.
What? I missed that, Rachel. I'm sorry.
Do you want
Pancakes.
some pancakes.
Nope, that time the internet connection hiccuped too.
Pancakes.
What about pancakes?
Would you like some?
Well, not if it comes from a dead raccoon maker.
Well, no, it made a live raccoon.
It's a live raccoon.
Oh, okay. Well, it became a dead raccoon through, cause and effect of being shot by a shotgun indoors.
Yeah. Thank you for not shooting downwards, by the way.
You should thank the raccoon for that.
Climb up the wall.
It is dead.
You buried him in the yard, though. I saw you. You could go thank his grave.
Well, I guess I could also do this, and he snaps his finger, and a little flame comes out of his hand, or out of his finger. The other fake hand, not the one that's missing.
That looks so much cooler than being a zombie.
I need to get my.
It would be better if I still smoked. The fire goes out.
Just don't go anywhere near the front desk lady.
We can do something kind of like that. It's just not quite like that.
Oh, yeah? What can you do?
Come on, do it.
No, I don't want to do it.
Come on.
Come on.
Is it going to render?
You know you want to.
I saw you filling out your papers blind.
Come on. You saw me stab myself in the chest. Now come on. Come on, man.
Turn off the lights.
Turn off the lights. That's weird. Okay.
I'll
I cover my butt.
but I'm gonna only go up to, let's say, sunlight intensity.
You're going to give us all cancer.
No, that would be the ionizing radiation intensity.
Oh.
All right.
So
what you do
It glows
with
like
that
the sun.
is you
although I'm not going to purposely direct it, so that means you get to. But then I have to try to stop it with a scar resistance roll.
okay.
I can't stop it at will.
Is there any
I'm shooting sunlight out of myself.
quick question? Are there any air vents nearby?
Probably somewhere. I mean, it's not.
Okay, I would like
really-
to just once he starts to glow, I'm gonna ooze into an air vent just in case.
Okay. Gonna shoot you,
And
Barrett.
beams of sunlight are kind of going and probably into some people's eyes and blinding you.
Yeah, the sunlight goes directly into Benji's eyes since he was the one that was taunting him more.
So you can see me. I think I'm going to be in the dark, so I'm covering my butt with both hands.
Covering your butt.
Yeah.
But unfortunately not your eyes.
No. God damn it. Ow.
So, yeah, that's the severe blinded.
Yeah, it just blinds both of your, yeah. You want to go ahead and roll scar resistance to turn it off.
I'm going to keep trying to turn it off until I do.
Okay.
All right. So with all our instability stuff, I'd normally be rolling my scar resistance would be my stamina and then the magnitude of my variation. Is that right?
Acclimation. I think magnitude, hold on a second, let me check magnitude.
Well, yeah, we don't have acclimation.
Like this.
If the stat plus the magnitude of the variation are right.
I believe you're correct. Let me double
Minus
check.
or medium instability.
Our resistance roll.
Yeah.
Scar resistance is always scar resistance plus acclimation plus instability.
And it's
So it is your stamina minus all your
minor, not minor.
all of that. Any of them that are marked off, whether they're minor, medium, or
All right. So I get 2 die.
Better than one.
I fail.
Oh, that's a 1, not a 7.
But you actually have dice. You're not in danger of dramatic failure.
I have 2 dice of my 8.
Okay. All right. So
Oh no, hold on. I should have 3.
it's resistance. So
I still fail.
wait, scar resistance is your.
My stamina is 4. My magnitude is 4.
Your magnitude is under scar resistance.
No, it's scar resistance plus acclimation minus instability
Oh,
penalty.
we're not
Yeah,
using.
it's ugly.
Okay. Well, then never mind.
Yeah.
I have a chance die.
Yep. Hey, guess what? Oh wait, no.
But it's not a chance die because I don't get chance die. A 7 is not a success.
An 8 and better. Yeah.
Okay, so I fail this round.
All right. The sun is in your eyes a lot, Noel. You eventually have to hide behind a couch to get it to stop.
No, that's
Oh,
not
no?
what I'm doing. Hold on.
Okay, what are you doing?
So I get up and stumble around, trip over a chair and disappear.
Okay.
I have.
Oh yeah, translocation. Okay.
Yeah, I've upped translocation so I can use blind using my adaptation, and I'm blindly teleporting out into the hallway.
Okay.
I'm kind of doing it without really trying to do it. It's kind of a mistake.
Yeah.
I'm trying
kind
to get
an
out
act
of there.
desperation.
And, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So eventually he just disappears.
Well,
Yeah, you see me trip over something and then I vanish. And you hear a thump in the hallway.
So
I'll try
can the
to
rest of us see
nobody.
normally?
Kind of. Hold on. Yeah, everyone else is fine.
Right.
It's
Until
directed at a specific
You're
person.
right.
Eventually, he manages to turn it out. I'm going to rule that you cannot hear the thump because it's funnier that way. So yes, he shines a light into Benji's eye. Benji tries to get out of the way. He's Solomon is clearly having trouble controlling his sunlight, and then Benji trips over a chair and vanishes, and 10 seconds later, the light goes off. And the light is varying wildly in intensity from flashlight level to.
This one doesn't fluctuate.
Oh no, I'm thinking the other one. Okay, you're right. Okay, so yeah, it's just sunlight.
That's what I chose. So, and we can
Wow.
put the regular lights back on.
He just killed Benji, by the way.
As far as you can tell, yeah.
Oh, I suppose
Yeah, where
I
did
told you it was
where
funnier
did-
this one.
I'm still.
there are 2 people who are missing?
So there's 2 people who
Ow.
are actively missing.
Did you move the people too?
I don't think. I don't know. That would be new. I thought it was just.
William seems a little horrified by this situation. Don't shine that light at me.
You move stuff with your brain.
Yeah, but I don't disintegrate people.
I said I didn't want to do it.
I still hear.
What
Or I
was
guess it'd
that?
be more of an echoing. Is it safe to come out?
Wait.
Weird people, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Very safe. Who is speaking?
I
I
can.
think it's that gal.
Hamson.
Lynn.
Hamson.
I'll move back into the room and reform into
Oh, gross.
human form.
I melted her.
You felt at her.
Except she reformed.
What?
into-
I'm curious, what kind of a liquid is it? Is it just like water, or is it like
Leech-filled salt water. No.
I'm imagining like reverse Stranger Things the last season, if you guys have seen that.
In my brain, it goes to like Odo from Deep Space Nine.
Okay. So mid '90s poor rendering.
Well, no, but I mean at least in coloring and
Amber Blue.
You like that roll?
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Imagine
Google that.
even being in a blender, it would probably be about that color. No, that would be too red.
A meatball made of human.
Deep Space Nine. Odo?
How like where are we talking? Obviously not crimson, but it would be more like, all right, in my dice color spectrum.
I mean, it'd be pretty red, but it's not like all blood. You know,
Skin on the outside.
I don't know.
No, she doesn't
maybe
have-
something
she's-
about that color.
Something that
Okay.
color? Okay.
that's orange.
That's orange, and it kind of looks like pizza bar. I don't know.
I made the mistake of opening the Twitch channel.
Oh, okay.
But I'm going to laugh myself
All
into
right.
tears later, I can tell, but I'm going to stop looking at this now.
Okay. I've got a
Guys are
picture now.
fun.
What happened?
That was gross.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. What did you do to Benji? That's why I left, because I didn't know what
you didn't want to get shown.
Well, I didn't know that. You look like you were about to have a nuclear meltdown, and
I didn't go that strong.
The door opens and Benji stumbles in. Okay, I can finally see a little bit now. What the hell was that?
It's one of the things I can do now.
Oh, so, okay, that thing that I did was one of the things I can do now.
Apparently.
Dying?
I usually can't do it.
it.
I usually can't do it unless it's somewhere I can see, but I kind of panicked and I think it did it anyway.
Oh, you like teleport.
the thing I did was one of the things that I can do now.
Shut up.
The other thing I can do is a little more destructive, I think.
More destructive than that. Okay.
Well,
If I ask you, will you not demonstrate?
yeah, I said I didn't want to do it.
I still think it
Well,
was
what
important
is it
for us
that
to
you
know.
do?
What did you do? What did I do? I emitted light.
You flashed us.
Charge up thing. Sometimes it just happens. It's hard to stop when it does.
Well, you said that you could have gone more, so
Yeah.
All right. Well, the important thing is we have a plan now.
yes, we're gonna have a pancake party.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
The
The
landlady
pancake
never
party.
comes to the.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
the plan.
Hypothetical plan.
Yeah, the beginning's 11% of a plan. Um,
I would have to look it up, Noel, but I don't remember what the condition, how to get rid of severe blinded.
Oh, I figured it would just go
Yeah,
away eventually, but
a tilt lasts until the end of a combat if it's combat.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it will last until you're out of range. If you're out of range of a direct effect, or if you're behind concealment or cover. Basically have a solid object between you and it. So if you have just hiding behind a desk is sufficient.
yeah,
To put an end to the blindness.
because I didn't think it was super relevant. I did it at the speed of funny.
I'm gonna make a mental note to start carrying my extra pair of ski goggles with me whenever I'm around you, just in case.
Yeah, everybody makes fun of me when I wear sunglasses indoors, but I think I'm going to start again. So yeah, we got us a plan. How about tomorrow night?
Sure.
You guys got any big plans for the weekend? I hear that's what people say when what got's real jobs.
Well,
Not
I'm
anymore.
planning
None of you has a real job under that definition. Maybe.
I have a real job.
Well, how about it put it this way? None of you has a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday type job.
This is true.
Fair?
Fair enough.
She says fair, but I'm very offended.
Yes, I am. If I personal train Eric at all, even though he does not exist in this universe.
Funny how that works.
You are not invited to the pancake party. Or the raccoon party.
You don't have mine.
I really hope it's a pancake party. Very excited for these pancakes.
I want to know if it's a like percentage chance or if it's a pattern of like wild animal food stuff. Wild animal food stuff. So I mean, if you get to the wild animal fast enough, it can become a food stuff. It's just more of a you do your own there.
I think I'm gonna need more batter.
Yeah, go grocery shopping or some shit. We don't care. All right.
Or go to a sporting goods store.
Yes, we are gonna buy a raccoon trap just in case.
Hey, that's a good idea. All
I'm
things
guessing
being equal, that's a really good idea.
based on the biolimit, it says beat if my power erupts and causes harm to someone I did not want to hurt or other setback.
Yeah, I actually marked that one right away because it's pretty obvious to me.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so do we want to shift gears slightly and do ourselves a little vignette?
Uh,
Remember
what do you
this
mean?
mechanic?
A what?
So,
No.
oh, okay, it's been a little
Did
while.
you say? A what?
Do you want to shift forward and do a vignette?
Yeah, but a
Yeah.
what mechanic?
What a vignette is, and it's been, I'm sure it's been a little while since you've read it's part of the rules, but
Mhm.
one of the things that happens is at the end of each session, or when we're pretty close, you take on the roles of other characters. Could be conspiracy linchpins. It could be random people who have been traumatized by your shenanigans. It can be any number of things. It has some sort of a conversation or interaction, regarding that. Was there any scene that anyone would like to suggest?
What happened with that one family moving out?
Oh, that's a good one. Okay. So I'm sure that we're going to need to get the.
I'll play Dunk.
Okay, you can play. I was about to ask you about that. I just remember his name.
Yeah, he's my character anyway, so
Duncan.
I built him
Okay.
anyway, so I got it.
You play Dunk. Does someone want to play Karen?
I can probably Karen it up.
Okay. Just for some background that might be useful to you. She's married to an EMT, has 4 kids between the ages of 18 and 8, and is otherwise mostly suburbanite in a lot of ways. She doesn't live in the city proper.
You said 18 months or 18 years?
18 years to 8. Her eldest son is going into college this fall.
Okay.
That's going to be a big expense for her and her family, with as many kids as they have.
Well, if you need other people that are going to be there, the landlady is probably a good one. Oh, that's Karen, isn't it?
That's Karen.
That's Karen. And then
Right.
the family members themselves.
Or who?
Sure.
Sure. Want to give them some names? We didn't define them super tightly on that one.
That they're the Joneses?
The Jones. Oh, yeah, you're right. They're the Joneses. But I didn't give them first names. So
Whatevs.
whatevs.
Yeah.
Joneses.
Loki, Martha, and Connie.
Loki and Martha, huh?
And what's the last one?
Connie.
Nah,
Claudie? That's a weird. How do we even spell that?
Connie?
Oh, Connie. Oh, I thought you said Claudie, which was very confusing.
No,
Yeah, Claudie.
no, I was
Claudia.
inspired by my convergence die.
I see. Oh, Connie. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so the Joneses, and so it's a family of 3, and Connie is the daughter.
Yeah.
And how old is she?
5.
5. And we love. Okay, I will play Connie. Connie is, at the time this happens, or this begins, watching Jeopardy, and as she's been doing since that one incident involving the nightlight, has been answering the Jeopardy questions before they're asked.
Knock, knock.
Yes.
Yes, I'll go to the door. I don't remember the names of the adults, but I'm one of them.
Loki and Martha, which one are you?
Loki's a better name.
Yeah.
You're coming to take us away. I'll go get the bears.
What did you say?
Honey has already left the room, but she said something effective. They're coming to take us away. And
They're
I'll go
coming to
get my
take us
bears.
away.
She's gonna pick up
My bears.
The key works in the lock and the door opens.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
I'm very. We need to evict you.
Oh, good, you're here.
It's like 9 at night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's moving day.
What's going on?
You have violated your lease, and effective immediately, you are evicted.
Violated our lease. We've been.
What do we do?
What's going on? Show me.
I shut the door and lock it again.
Start spreading the plastic film on the floor.
Gloves go on.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Honey, I don't
per
think
your
I like where
lease-
this is going. Honey, can you call the cops?
Section 7, you know.
Martha, why don't you dial up the police here?
Come on. Time to go.
I pull out the, I'm assuming there's papers of some sort that have been made up. Say, per your contract, you have violated clause 8, sub article 3, and as of
And
such.
Can I read over her shoulder?
What
Yeah,
is it?
sure.
You signed it.
Yeah.
What does it say?
What's it say?
Something about not developing strong psychic powers?
Oh,
What?
none of us have strong psychic powers.
Well,
I'm surprised he hasn't answered already.
Also, that's a weird thing to put into a contract. Very specific, too. I have to say.
You both feel something changing over from behind you, and a huge arm goes around both of your heads.
ah.
No, Loki.
Both of my heads.
Please not like in my vision. Please not like in my vision. Please not like in my vision.
It's okay,
Both of
sweetie.
my heads have psychic powers.
You just come with us and you'll be fine.
I'm sorry, sweetie, but this is for the best.
I don't want to work for them.
I think you'll find that in time. You do.
I think we'll close there. All right. So we managed to, by my count, accrue 8 beats between the 4 of you. plus 1 each, so 3 total.
Oh, it's in my hair.
Really talky, unless there's some other things that. Oh, let's go through the cheat sheet.
Oh, so those 3 beats total per person?
Yep, 3 beats total per person. There were no wavering touchstones involved. No flipped conviction touchstones or royal touchstones. No one permanently increased magnitude. No gaining a new instability. Given that all of you are pursuing various conviction touchstones, I think you all would get to heal a minor or downgrade a medium. Yeah, don't forget. No.
Let's downgrade a medium.
Downgrading medium will get rid of that extra.
Yeah, it does.
I think I'd rather lose an overall thing of instability, though. Because I can deal with it too. I just likely to randomly turn into a cat.
And we're really in full experience yet, so that's not relevant yet. And based on your current plans, let's go over what your aspiration will be next week.
I'm gonna get some dirt on Karen from her office.
I want to.
Wait, one second. Let me make these down. Okay.
I want to. I don't know, really mess up her computer, like a virus, or just smash it. Once we have info from it. Mess up the records or the surveillance stuff, the computer stuff, whatever she's got in her office there.
You'll find something to mess up.
All right.
I guess my overarching aspiration is still the same, but I really want to find out what the heck is up with that pancake maker.
You will be in a position to do so.
Excellent.
All right. Steve.
So I don't know if this is big enough to qualify as an aspiration, but Steve really wants to try an actual pancake from the so far not pancake maker.
I'm so glad this is derailing the campaign.
I'll run that thing all night if he gets me pancakes.
Oh gosh.
But okay. I want those pancakes.
All right.
Also, maybe I should just get store-bought pancakes.
Perhaps, or at least learn how to cook pancakes.
I'll bring an electric griddle with me.
No, I've got that. How do you think I had pancakes before I bought the pancake maker?
I figured you were too lazy to.
Definitely have at least 2 ways of making pancakes.
Or you had somebody make pancakes for you.
Well, that's true, but I don't think I have anyone living with me. Although it would be kind of funny if I did. There's just some random roommate or something like that who has no idea what's going on but pays his rent on time. So I'm like, yeah, no, he's cool. He can stay.
I want to say that there was an episode of The Tick where one of the supervillains was living with a guy who was just kind of weird, but he pays his rent on time. And
I think I remember that too.
Was talking the supervillain was talking about his roommate. Right.
Oh, good times.
Yeah. Well, suitably silly for lighthearted. Of course, with some dark and horrifying stuff, which is pretty much my MO too. But yeah. All right. Okay, I guess we're going to wrap up for the week. We'll do this again in 2 weeks, barring anything unforeseen. Again, I'm Eric Zawadzki. I'm the developer on the Deviant line. And this is my usual tabletop group. You guys want to introduce yourselves one more time? You got any stuff that you want to talk about?
Steve.
AKA
Mark, playing Solomon.
Noel, I'm playing Benji.
All right. Well, thank you for watching, and hope this has been enjoyable for you.